Man, that's like the introduction at like a Regal Cinemas or an AMC before a movie, like when they would pour the concrete and you go down to the roller coaster thing. That's what that felt like.
I was trying to go for like an Avengers vibe.
Please silence your cell phones.
Yeah. Keep all arms inside the chairs. Oh!
I've got 9 more videos I can make with my subscription, and I think we're pretty well covered on Sibling Revelry. So if you guys want any videos made with any of the logos or like a graphic or anything, let me know before the end of this month.
Do one for Bob and Doug Save You from Boredom. Like, just be creative. Try and do one for that. See how it comes out. That'd be cool. Like a new intro for season 2. That'd be dope.
Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream.
Oh man, we're live. I'm sorry, Jesus, I forgot.
That's why I ran the intro.
Oh man, I am totally. I'm sorry. It's a head start of the morning.
Doug's high.
I'm not. I mean, I am.
We're doing it live.
We'll do it live. I'm hungover.
Rest in peace, Bill.
I ain't gonna lie. Hey, bud.
So welcome to Brothers from Other Mothers, season 2, episode 6, I believe. Mm-hmm. We have another guest with us today, Uncle Jefferson. John's going to be here shortly. He's just waking up. Shocker, big surprise.
Right now, he's taking a poop. That's my guess.
Yeah, he's bricklaying right now, like the old Italian that he is.
Bricklaying? That motherfucker hasn't taken a solid shit in years.
It's like a machine gun, just.
Hey, get down, bud.
So he's percolating the coffee. Got it.
So what are the topics for today? I didn't really actually bring any topics for today because John at the last minute said that Jeff wanted to come on and talk about Canada. So that's the only thing I knew. I kind of had in my mind, and I think I expelled most of it last night. But I'm willing to listen to views and opinions of anybody. So I'll let somebody else lead the charge.
I'm just happy there's a bunch of new albums coming out in the next couple days.
Yeah, Upgrade Hip Hop's new album. Oh my God, Tuesday, 2/2/2/2/2, Corey Feldman, Corey Haim Day.
Upgrade Hip Hop's new album. Old just released their new album. Gang of Youth album's on 2/22.
Doesn't Coheed and Cambria have a new album coming out?
Not until March 27th.
Oh.
But they're releasing another song on 2/22/22.
That's what it is. They're releasing a song on 2/22.
But I'm most excited, honestly, about the Gang of Youth album. So,
right on.
As of this current moment.
So Tuesday is still new music release days, like it's always been.
No,
or was it always Tuesday?
It used to be Tuesdays. Now it's kind of like sometimes albums will drop on Friday or Monday. It just depends on the artist now.
I don't even know what it's like for comic books anywhere because I haven't gone to a comic shop in so long. I remember Wednesdays used to be New Comic Day.
I don't know if it is anymore or not because I only get one comic now, and it's released like seems like fucking quarterly. So
what comic? Oh, the Amory Wars?
No, the Last Ronin.
Okay.
What day is today? October Nudie Magazine Day.
So it's kind of a waiting game with that. I think I'm an issue behind, actually. But I just call Tom and I'm like, do I have stuff there? And he's like, yeah. So then I drive to Cape Coral.
Oh, he's still running the comic shop in Cape Coral. Is he still in Del Prado?
Yeah, but he moved, then expanded again. That place is very big now.
All right,
he's making a lot of money.
Last I checked, he'd gotten really big with like gaming, like tabletop gaming and stuff. Had tables everywhere.
That's half the store.
Yeah, that's a big thing where I'm at too, man.
That's
small pocket.
If I were to guess, I'd say that's probably 70 to 80% of the income of the store is gaming.
It's crazy how actual role playing like it used to be in the 80s is made such a big comeback. I mean, it's always been there throughout the years. I've seen it in Magic the Gathering and shit, but like it seems like this camaraderie grouping together of mass kids and people is like it just
much bigger than it used to be.
Yeah.
There's a store in Naples, and Jeff might have seen it because I know you work down there sometimes. It's on Airport Pulling in Pine Ridge, right where it meets. You know that Publix right there.
Yeah.
there's a Warhammer 40K store, and that's literally all they do is sell Warhammer stuff, and they sit and hand paint all the figures in there.
Wow.
It's just that. And to be on that piece of real estate, they have to be making a lot of money.
That or their trust fund kids and their daddy made a lot of money. It's possible.
Staples.
Yeah, that or they're making nothing.
Hey, how's
It's
my
been
feed
open for
coming
a
in?
couple of
Am I
years
okay
now, so-
for everybody?
Everyone's
Yeah, you're crystal clear.
Everyone's sounding nice and clear for me.
I'm just
Yeah,
checking. It
the
looked like
only
it looked
thing
like
I
I was skipping for a minute.
The only thing I can hear is it sounds like Paul has put peanut butter between his legs and Boots is going
No.
down. But other than that,
I know what you're saying, but I know it's not that. I know exactly what the sound is. If I had to guess, Jeff started smoking in his room, and because he's smoking indoors, he's got a fan or something going, and I could see the smoke blowing as it puffs from the cigarette. So I'm assuming it's a fan.
There is indeed a fan going.
God damn it, I'm a genius. I don't want to call myself like Sherlock level, but
Oh, can we talk
man,
about
you're just like Corey Feldman.
Can we talk about Can we talk about Doug's newly found superpower that we discovered this week?
what's that?
Doug can predict who's going to be on Joe Rogan by what he watches when he's baked on YouTube the night before.
That's more of a coincidence than a superpower.
That's a quick question for the four of you. If you could have one superpower, what would it be?
Oh, I need a minute.
Flight.
I got to think about how I answer this. Do I go with the heroic response that makes everybody think I'm a good guy, or do I go with the deep, dark shit that I could like use to my advantage to make millions?
Have you ever watched the show Sirens?
No.
It's a really good show. It's kind of in the vein of like Tacoma FD. It's about ambulance. It's a comedy. It's about ambulance drivers in Chicago, and it's just three dudes who hang out together while they do their job, and they're in the ambulance, and this question comes up like, oh, if you had a superpower, what superpower would you want? And he's like, there's only one answer to this. It's flight. I would want to fly. And they were like, I don't know, man. It would be really cool, to have like X-ray vision of that. It's like, no, it's not. There's no other answer than flight. Because you could be like, oh man, isn't Michael Jordan so cool? Greatest basketball player of all time, scored 66 points in every single game on average. Oh yeah, that's really cool. I can fly.
I don't know. I think over time, I think I would go with something like being able to speak, understand, and write every language on Earth.
That's not a superpower.
That is a fucking superpower.
I think predicting stocks in crypto trends would be a really kick-ass superpower.
Now we're just being ridiculous.
Just run for Congress. You'll
get the superpower instantaneously.
Exactly.
Yeah, but then I can't speak Swahili.
Do you think they speak Swahili in Congress?
No, but with my superpower, I could speak Swahili.
Oh, that's
my point. I can literally understand any
Johnny
language.
Boy.
Hey, look, it's 50 Cent from the halftime Super Bowl.
Photo negative, maybe.
You looking a little rough today there, Johnny.
He's just waking up. I'm sorry, John.
John, I'm hungover as well.
I'm not
So I
hungover.
feel your pain.
I
am.
I'm just waking up. Fucking tired.
It's all good.
Y'all fat shaming 50 cents like Uncle Curtis when he come to your house and smack the fucking taste out your mouth. Show some fucking respect. That dude was shot 9 fucking times, once in the fucking mouth, and you're out here fucking fat shaming him.
And released one of my favorite albums, Ready to Die and Bulletproof, and made a really good Xbox 360 game that I enjoyed.
I remember you liked the video game. Yeah.
Blood in the Sand. That was a fun game.
That is not one of my favorite albums.
I love 50 Cent. I love early 50 Cent.
Dude, my favorite Tries, like one of my favorite fucking movies. Soundtracks fucking slapping.
The album, my favorite track was Patiently Waiting.
Not Ready to Die. That's what I said. I fucked up. I said Ready to Die, but it was Get Rich or Die Trying. When Paul and I were working at the Walmart on 6 Mile Cypress? Or what the hell was it,
Yeah.
Paul?
Tyson 6 Mile.
That Walmart, Paul and I helped open it up when it was being constructed. We helped put shelves up. We helped stock the store, unload the trucks full of product.
You're a fucking American hero. Thank you for your service.
No, that's not my point. My point is
your service.
At least you recognize it.
Wow, you got mad at Jeff for having his camera out of whack, and then you just went and did it with yours.
It's because I didn't expect to get made fun of for telling a story about working at Walmart, which was going to relate to the fact that
thank you for your service.
Came out when you were working. You're welcome. I wish I could have saved your dad.
Yeah,
I like Jeff how he realigned his camera. It looks like he's about to give interviews on Inside the Actor Studio.
What is your favorite four-letter curse word? What do you hope to hear God say to you?
The most versatile of them all. The word fuck.
It can be an adjective, a verb, a noun,
an adverb.
I like when Bob braids his beard, man. That looks so badass. That looks like it genuinely looks like Gimli now, dude. You need a helmet to go with that shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna have Hero Wife braid it tonight.
Nice.
Anybody excited for the new Lord of the Rings show on Amazon?
Not me.
I am not. I'm undecided. I don't know that much about the lore to go 1,500 years before the original books to tell you. You know.
It looks cool.
I'm more excited that they're making a BioShock movie, but I'm equally as worried they're gonna fuck it up.
Has anybody heard? I didn't know that, but has anybody heard anything about the Uncharted movie? Because I love those games, but that movie I didn't think looked like.
They say
it's a show. I thought.
No, it's a movie. They say it is as good as the games, but it's weird because it's set up right before the first one.
So it's a prequel to the game.
It's a prequel to the first game.
Did anybody watch the Tomb Raider fucking video game with Walter Goggins?
I did. I saw it in the theater. I loved it.
Was it good? Because I want to watch it because he was in it. Because I love him, but
He's very good. He's very good. The girl playing Lara Croft is very good. It's not the best movie, but it's also not. It's an entertaining popcorn film. I enjoyed it quite a bit. I liked it a lot better than the Angelina Jolie Tomb Raider movies.
That's not saying a whole lot.
Walter Goggins is in something on YouTube. I'm gonna have to send it to you guys. It's like an exclusive YouTube thing.
Is it Walter or Walton?
Walton. I'm sorry, Walton Goggins. And he plays like this old, like Southern country bluegrass singer, and it's like a documentary about where this guy is now. It's a fascinating like mockumentary. I'm gonna send it to you.
Yeah.
I just happened to catch it the other day. It was interesting. I love him too. I like watching shit with him in it.
His best role will always be Sons of Anarchy as the transgender prostitute.
Man, Justified. I'm going to say Justified.
I'm saying Justified.
I know. Justified was his best role.
The Justified movie.
He was fantastic.
The Justified movie. I'm excited for that.
Ah, God, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
I want it to
Is it a movie? Is it a movie or is it a limited series? It says it's going to be a limited series.
Even if it's 6 episodes, I mean, I liked what Dexter did, and if they can bring Dexter back from what it was, I think they'll be fine finishing off.
I loved the ending of Justified. I thought Justified was how you end a show. It closed the door on everything. My worry is, what do you do with that? You either got to do one of two things. It's either got to be a prequel or it's going to be an after the current story we know. And
it takes place 15 years later after the events of the show, and it actually is going to take place in Miami. That's what I read.
Yeah, I don't understand what the story is going to be because you can't. Like, I don't know. We'll see. I'll reserve my opinion until I watch it. I will watch it.
There were how many books though based on that character?
Well, and that's fine. I completely understand that. But do a separate project. This is like Jack Ryan. Jack Ryan has been in so many Tom Clancy books, but the different stories have been portrayed as different movies with different actors in different timelines and different universe. Do that.
Sometimes. I mean, because Harrison Ford played him multiple times.
No, Harrison Ford only played Harrison.
I thought he was in 2 of them.
Ford? No. Alec Baldwin, Harrison Ford, Will Smith, John Krasinski in that new Amazon show, which is fantastic.
What Will Smith movie?
Fantastic.
Enemy at the Gates.
Oh. I forgot about
Yeah.
that movie.
You mean Enemy of the State?
Enemy of
No.
the State. It's one of the. I don't know.
Enemy of the
Enemy
Gates
of-
was a World War. Was
Yeah,
World
Enemy
War
of the
II.
Gates was
That
About
it's
the
Enemy of the
sniper.
State.
whoa, that guy. The sidekick
Yeah.
from Zoolander, Owen Wilson.
Yeah,
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
yeah, but the point is, I'll reserve my opinion to it. I just don't want them to ruin the story that I loved with Timothy Olyphant and a company cast.
Well, yeah,
We felt the same way about-
we don't want a real Chad tax situation where it just the entire fucking series.
We really don't.
Yeah, I mean, Goodfellas sucks now because of that fucking commercial. We don't want that to happen to Justify.
Look,
Uh,
I never said that Goodfellas sucks. I said I don't like Ray Liotta.
Well, look,
I just want.
But I stand by this. I don't care what any of you say. I still don't think Goodfellas is Scorsese's best film.
it's not.
If-
I don't think it is.
I would much rather watch Casino than Goodfellas.
I wouldn't. I would much rather watch Wolf of Wall Street than either of them. It's a much more fun movie for me with, I think,
I agree.
fantastic performances all around. Jonah Hill is a fucking revelation throughout that entire movie.
I loved Gangs of New York, except for Cameron Diaz. I just thought she was
Just like that
horribly
movie.
miscast. I love that
See,
movie. I just thought she was miscast.
I didn't like Gangs of New York. I liked the first half of it, and then it kind of just.
I was getting.
I think that's
it's,
the
it's,
worst. I think it's the worst movie, actually.
Really?
It's an
Have you
okay
watched The
movie.
Aviator?
It's about an hour and 20 minutes too long.
Yeah,
They could have
5
cut a lot of
hours.
the fat out of that.
So you're saying the 7-hour version would have been fine for you? Because that movie is fucking like 9 hours long. It's so long.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's too long. They need to cut a lot of fat out of it.
But I mean, Scorsese.
What's his name was fucking brilliant in it. Fucking
My Left Foot, Daniel Day-Lewis.
Daniel Day-Lewis.
He's also known as the greatest actor ever. Yeah.
Yeah, he's worth watching it for. Just like There Will Be Blood is like the most boring fucking movie there is.
But some of the greatest performances
it's so
ever.
good because his performance in it. Is
Him and Paul Dano both.
And Paul Dano. I
Dano
was going to
great.
say Paul Dano. I was going to say Paul Dano also. That there's to quote a line that Kevin Smith used to throw around a lot when he did early podcasts. It's acting clinic, man. That entire movie, like John said, it's boring as shit, but it turns out performances that are just unparalleled. Same with No Country for Old Men. It's not necessarily the most exciting movie. It can be at times, but it's the performances that really make that movie sparkle, man.
So here's some other movies that you could say could be Scorsese's worst. Let's see. You've got Kundun, which no one liked. You've got After Hours.
That sounded racist.
The Card Counter. The King of Comedy. The Last.
That
Temptation
sounded
of Christ.
Card Counter sounded ableist.
Yeah, I want to see that. I heard that's good.
A Shark Tale, which was awful.
He was a voice in that, though, wasn't he? Not a writer or director.
No, I'm pretty sure he ended up. He was a voice in all of his cast movies were.
I mean, yeah, but he's got a few stinkers, but the majority of his resume. I mean, we're talking The Departed. We're talking Killers of the Flower
Departed
Moon,
was great.
Raging Bull.
Oh, good.
The Last Temptation of Christ.
That's maybe my favorite movie about Jesus Christ, fictional or non-fictional, whatever you want to believe. I love that fucking movie.
You know, it's really funny.
Jeff.
Jeff and his girlfriend were watching some horrible reality TV a few weeks ago, and I said, "Hey, man, have you ever seen The Departed?" And they go, "No," and I go, "All right, cool." And I just walked away.
There goes me wanting to talk about 1,000-Pound Sisters. That's my new obsession with reality TV. But
Jeff, what do you got? Jeff and his girlfriend been watching Love After Lockup or something.
oh man, that show is insane, dude.
I keep catching glimpses of it, and every time I just want to go back in my room and fucking shoot myself in the head because something like that exists.
John, if you haven't caught on yet, that is the goal, just to speed the process along.
It's working. It's coming.
So now I'm praying for the end of time.
Just do it already.
I don't know.
Man, did you say Killers of the Flower Moon, Paul? Because that's not even out yet.
Yeah, I'm just reading off the list. I was actually just trying to skip to Raging Bull and The Departed, and I read that as I was going through.
I'm like, motherfucker, you seen a movie that's not out yet?
Yeah, That's his superpower. He's psychic.
Yeah. Doug watched something on YouTube last night while I was baked, and it came to me.
What did I watch on YouTube last night? Where it came Okay.
Cape Fear.
Good talk.
Cape Fear.
I didn't like Cape Fear.
I thought it was okay.
Where were we going with all this?
I don't know. We're just talking.
Yeah, we're just shooting the shit.
The Irishman wasn't good.
It's too long. That's a movie where I enjoyed it, but it's needlessly long.
It's an hour and 20 minutes too long. What
There's
did
a lot
I
of
do?
shit.
An hour and 20 minutes.
It's too long.
Too
Go read the book. I heard you paint houses. It's much better.
I don't know if anybody has seen The Righteous Gemstones, or if that's something. If you want to talk about Walton Goggins' performances, he is. Season 2 is currently underway. I think there's 2 episodes left, and they have taken I thought season 1 was okay. Season 2 is fun.
Halfway, I think I got like halfway or like a quarter way through season 1, and I kind of just lost interest.
That's so funny you say that, John. Same exact thing happened to me. I got halfway through season 1, and I just haven't watched it. And it's not that I didn't like it. It's just that, I don't know, I haven't gone back to it.
This season's they kind of improve upon it. It's a lot more fun this season, and his performances are great as Baby Billy.
Did any of you jackasses actually watch Yellow Jackets?
No,
I started watching it. I did. Not enough to want to review it right now because I'm not fully through it, but I have watched 1.5 episodes. Didn't hate it. Didn't love it.
But I thought it was
good. That's 1.5 more than I have.
Dude, Christina Ricci is fucking phenomenal in that show.
Oh,
she looks so strange. She looks so much. I mean, granted, you're going to look different as an adult, but like some people have resemblances of what they looked like when they were kids. And I was looking at a screenshot of her from Addams Family when she was at the summer camp with the headdress on. And that kid looks nothing like the woman that's on the screen for Yellow Jacket. She looks
it's literally just the hair. When she's got her hair in black, she looks the exact same. She's just got a bigger head than she was a kid.
Yeah, much bigger. Bigger head.
She was great in it, and the main actress Melanie Lozinski.
She's from a bunch of great stuff.
Yeah, I didn't know until I was watching an interview with the cast that she's from New Zealand. I had no idea. I thought she was American.
She's in one of Peter Jackson's, arguably one of his best films, his early dramatic films called Heavenly Creatures with
Kate Winslet.
Kate Winslet. It's a fantastic film. She's also, I know you'll never see it because you don't like Kiss, but the movie Detroit Rock City, she plays the love interest of one of the characters and ends up taking his virginity in a confessional booth in a church. It was fucking awesome, dude.
I don't like Kiss.
Edward Furlong in that.
Who?
Edward Furlong.
Edward Furlong.
Yep.
Detroit Rock City.
John Connor.
That's a great movie. Yeah, John Connor. I don't want to talk about Terminator Genesis or whatever that last movie was that had the CGI thing of him in it getting killed. It was a stupid fucking movie. Dark Fate. There's so many dumb fucking Terminator movies.
Yo, fucking spoilers, man.
Oh yeah, like you're ever gonna watch it? You're not even through the MCU universe.
It happens in the first 30 seconds of the movie.
No, I can't.
That's literally the intro.
I can't watch the Marvel movies because the fucking sound is fucked up on Disney Plus.
Where the action is really loud, but the dialogue is really soft.
Right, and I got
like the Dark Knight.
Right. So
I have that.
Like
I have
every
that on a lot.
movie.
I was gonna say that's on a lot of different streaming services. Like movies have that weird fucking thing where, like, the action and the FX are super fucking loud, and then you can barely hear the dialogue.
Would you like to hear the actual reason for that, or you guys just want to bitch about it? No, it's being mixed for 3.1, not 2.1, and your TV is only putting out 2 channels of sound, and you have to have a third channel for the dialogue. That's what it's being mixed for.
Wow.
Because normal humans nowadays, do you have it set up properly?
Yeah.
And I asked that being 100%.
Wow, there was not a whiff of cuntiness in that response. Did you have it set up properly?
You don't understand how many people don't have their shit set up properly. I've dealt with it for years.
I have a sound bar. I don't know how to use it.
Well, if you have a sound bar, you could have a 2-channel sound bar. You could have a 9-channel sound bar.
I don't know. You tell me, expert.
How much did you spend on it? And I'll tell you.
250.
You have a 2-channel sound bar.
Fuck
just
you.
like having. Being honest. Hey, congratulations! You glorified your television. You fucking played yourself.
You just got a charmed for the charm bracelet.
I remember
TV.
when me and Jeff lived at the old house. It was a fucking huge house, big house. We were on like opposite ends of the house, and I was trying to watch the Marvel movies, and I'd be like, "Hey, can you turn your fucking TV down, man? Because it sounds like goddamn World War III is happening out here."
You want to know a great way to listen to movies that sound too loud? This is gonna blow all your minds right now.
Subtitles.
What? I guess I am.
These headphones right here.
Yeah.
Well, you know, it's funny.
It's mixed perfectly for that.
Bob just answered a question that I really didn't even think I was asking. Because I share a Disney Plus account with some friends. I in theory, I do, not reality.
Don't say that. If I would have killed them,
family. Let me see. I'm on a family plan. Anyway, I always wondered why when I would watch stuff on that network, it would be in subtitles, and I just thought like nobody I know is deaf. But you just hit it, like maybe because people can't hear. Like, I didn't realize that was the thing, that people couldn't hear the dialogue.
Mm-hmm. There are weirdos out there who just generally like watching shit with subtitles on.
That would be all of my wives.
See, and I think that's so crazy. My ex-girlfriend, her oldest daughter didn't have a hearing problem. Just
her oldest daughter was like 41, wasn't she?
My ex-girlfriend?
Yeah, because she was like 70 herself, I think.
Sorry, I'm being a little cunty today.
Oh, just a little. Instead of me watching the Marvel movies, I want the three of you just to reenact each one for me. The major.
This would be fun. This would be fun.
You know what? For the right amount of money, I would absolutely do that.
I'll give you $5.
Instead of putting on
$6.
I said $3.50.
$7.50.
I gave him $1.
I gave him $3.50.
Oh, that Loch Ness monster! I was talking about $3.50.
He was so scary. I gave him $1. She gave him $1.
That is one of my favorite episodes of all time.
That's like early South Park.
Oh,
like
yeah.
Season 2 or 3, if I'm not mistaken.
I think it's season 2. I remember being high as fuck and watching that the first time and just dying.
That's Chef's parents, right? Is that what that was?
Yeah.
God,
I'm sitting there just wasted, and I'm like, and then everybody in the house just started saying that $3.50 line over and over and over.
About $3.50.
She get about $3.50. It's so good. I got something I'm curious about. I don't think anybody in this group might actually give a shit or have any opinion other than John, but I'm sure maybe Bob's probably read about it. Kanye West is coming out with Donda 2, and he said that he's exclusively going to release it on something called STEM, which is some audio pod that he has helped design. And as far as I can tell, the fucking pod is a 4-button. You go up, you can go down, left, right, and it's just a little circular pod, looks like a little speaker, and you can remix music. It has beats and samples, and you can actually like make your own shit. So like I'm trying to figure out like if he's releasing an album or if he's releasing samples from an album that you can make yourself.
I think he's releasing the album, but I mean, other companies have tried to release similar products before, and they always fail.
Oh, I think this is going to fail.
It's going to fail miserably, no matter what name you put behind it. The mass market is not going to adopt. Oh, let's play with our own sound. It's just not something we do.
He never mind the fact of what he's charging for it. It's over like $200 for that little fucking.
Well,
thing.
it's like Tool's last album, for example. The special edition came with a little fucking box that had like a 4-inch screen, and it was a hologram, and it played a hologram movie as you played the album.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And that motherfucker was like $200 because the technology involved in the rarity of getting it, and now they sell for like $700-800. You know, and it's a cool thing, but I don't need it.
My mind doesn't think about shit like that. I don't think in terms of investments. I don't buy stuff thinking that I could resell it later. That's just never how my brains work, because I just don't understand the math and the financials of everything. When Paul said that he set up like 2 or 3 crypto wallets, I'm like, I don't even know how the fuck you do that. I don't know what crypto really is. Like,
it depends on what kind of crypto wallet you have and what, if you're doing it through like Coinbase or what you're doing.
Yeah. So here's the thing.
There's a lot of differences there.
Yeah. Well, everybody's thinking about like, man, Paul set up 3 crypto wallets. What kind of sketchy shit is he trying to pull? So we're branching out.
Buying that yellow cake.
You know what I'm saying?
Buying that yellow cake.
So we're branching out our other stream.
Wait, hold on.
Odyssey.
What the fuck did you just say?
He's buying that yellow cake uranium, yo.
Okay, I'm like
Yellow cake.
I
From
thought
those
you were just-
people in Niger.
I literally thought you were just yelling that you loved yellow cake.
No, man, he's buying that yellow cake from crypto. He's making
Yellow cake, yo.
You're making a D-bomb, yo.
So on our sister podcast, Sibling Revelry, we're testing out streaming with Odyssey. And in order
Wouldn't that
to
be a
stream,
brother podcast?
huh?
Wouldn't that be a brother podcast? As there's no females here.
Sibling means any brother or sister.
But you said
Not
it's our
different.
sister podcast.
I don't know what you guys are doing, but you're breaking kayfabe right now.
Yeah, that's weird. Okay, our brother podcast is that good? Can I move on now?
We're all married. We're all married.
Right.
We had to show up at Thanksgiving with egg salad.
So Odyssey is an interesting platform where everything's done with cryptocurrency. Like you have to have like 1 cent to upload a video of their credits, which are called Libra. Well, the Federal Trades Commission says you can't buy Libra in the United States. They shut it down in the U.S.
You have to use a
So-
VPN.
No, I didn't have to use a VPN. I did it 100% legally. I built a Coinbase wallet, which allows me to purchase Bitcoin in the United States. I bought Bitcoin, then I sent it to my second wallet, where I was able to convert Bitcoin into Libra currency, because you can't buy Libra with the US dollar, but you can trade for it with Bitcoin, and that's legal. But I can't do that on Coinbase because Coinbase doesn't allow the trade of Libra or library or whatever they're called. And
Right
then-
now, looking at John, I get the feeling of what it's like to wake up next to him after a very unsatisfying.
You try and grab a tip, but you don't know what you're grabbing exactly.
So just to wrap this up super quick, the second wallet couldn't send the money directly to my Odyssey wallet, so then I had to ship it to another wallet to ship it to the Odyssey wallet. So now we can stream on Odyssey. But I want to say, last night, Paul got really hammered drunk, and like I drank 12 beers in 4 hours, and I haven't had a drunk dream in a while, but I had a very, very vivid drunk dream last night where I was a dock worker working on a ship in the docks. And wait, you want to hear this, Bob? You want to hear this?
Like a young Billy Joel.
And Marjorie Taylor Greene was a welder on the dock, and I started dating Marjorie Taylor Greene. And the whole dream was the initial relationship between me and Marjorie Taylor Greene.
You know, I would rather be Anya Taylor-Joy, but that's just me. You know, if we're gonna have people with the middle name Taylor, that's where I'm going.
I would smash Marjorie Taylor Greene. And if she ever watches this, what up, girl? And if her husband ever watches this, sorry.
Is that what they call shooting your shot, Paul?
Going for it. Would you go to prom with me?
How do you feel about Conway, Kellyanne Conway? Now I'm really going to push the limits of what you find attractive, Paul.
Like,
Is that scarecrow bitch?
yeah, she's
Yep.
she's very, very skinny. I don't know. I think she's hot? No, not really.
Talking about
Would
the
I smash?
Crypt Keeper?
Probably. Yeah.
Hold on.
I beg Nancy Pelosi if we're being honest.
Wow, what?
I could. I've seen pictures of her back from like 1962 when she was hanging out with like
It's 2022.
JFK.
Thank you,
It's
Bob.
2022.
Thank you, Bob. Thank you for the voice of reality.
Jesus fucking
Oh,
Christ.
she's got the old timey swimsuit on and
She's
everything.
got those old saggers, dude. That's the only thing that I'd be interested in seeing.
Hold on, I'm having to Google this Kelly person. What's the name?
Kellyanne Conway. She was
looks like-
an advisor
she looks
to
like
Trump.
she looks like a female version of the fucking Crypt Keeper.
Imagine. Who's the woman that got roasted?
She looks like the scarecrow from the Wizard of Oz.
A little bit.
If I only had a brain.
I'm not saying she's attractive, but I'd throw one in her.
Who's
You know,
the chick?
holes is holes.
Yeah.
Who's the girl
I'd
you
do it
like?
I would do that for the country.
So basically, what you're saying, Paul, is it's
Thank
all
you for your
the same in the
service.
mouth.
Thank you for your service.
Thank
Holmes.
you for your service, Paul.
What were you gonna ask there, Bob?
So you're just saying it's all the same in the mouth, is what you're saying.
Not necessarily.
Holes
There's
is
definitely women I would say no to.
Name 3, not counting your mom.
Joanne Reed, who's the chick from Joy Behar from The View.
Hey, I got one. Let's see a film together where where it's with Ann Coulter. Oh God, never mind. I already fucked this joke up. Kellyanne Conway and Ann Coulter in a lesbian film. God damn it!
What does your name mean today? FGT.
Huh?
What's with the hashtag on your name?
For girls that ride till death.
Oh, okay.
Looking for my ride or dies. Why would you think it meant?
I didn't know. I was asking. I had no clue. I didn't have a guess.
Every time that I hear certain things, I just feel like my brain cells are leaping off of a cliff like lemmings. And that was one of those things.
What, ride or die?
For girls that ride till death.
Yeah, that's what I'm all about, man.
Really? Really? That's what you're all about, Doug?
That's it.
But I got a lowrider parked out in the parking lot.
You know this, Bob. Doug says it all the time.
I was unaware.
You know how my closest friends secretly call me Snake? Is my nickname. That's my nickname, Snake. Everybody calls me Snake.
Next week it's gonna be. I thought you was my dog. You was in my left titty, and then that's how you're gonna fucking start next week's show.
It could be. I don't know. I thought it was funny.
All right. Well, we got Uncle Jeffers here.
Favorite president, Jeff.
Jeff, what do you want to talk about?
Rutherford B. Hayes.
Favorite president.
We're related to him. we're related to Hayes.
Yeah, that's what Grandma used to say. I don't believe it.
Fucking Canada. Hey.
Right now we're seeing. I think it's beautiful what's happening right now in Canada with Canadians themselves. I think Trudeau is truly going to shoot himself in the foot, but
he's already well fucking balls deep into doing that.
Yeah.
If this doesn't end his career, it's going to end Canada.
So for those of you who don't know what we're about to talk about, I'll break it down.
Spinach.
Real quick because I did a lot of research on this. So basically, what happens is that there is a comet passing through Earth right now, passing by
Don't
Earth,
look up.
and all the trucks are coming alive, and they're operating on their own. And,
oh my God, like Transformers.
The only music
Maximum Overdrive.
And the only music that plays is by AC/DC, and Emilio Estevez is there, and he's gonna save us all. It's very, very quite amazing what's going on.
So you're talking about Repo Man?
Maximum Overdrive.
Hey man, they're interchangeable.
It's the only movie Stephen King has ever only directed. That's the only.
Yes,
film
he did more cocaine than Motley Crue.
Yeah. He was fucking whacked out of his mind on coke.
That movie is truly a gem.
It really
I
is.
loved it as a kid, but it's because it had the Green Goblin's head on the front of the fucking semi.
It's really violent. It's really fucking gory.
I love that movie the same way I love what's the one with Stallone where he's the arm wrestler?
Over the top.
That movie is such a ridiculous movie, but I loved it so much as a kid. It stuck with Three Ninjas. That's another one. Rocky, Colt, and Tum Tum. You know.
Rocky loves Emily.
Mallory.
Emily.
So go ahead. You guys started talking about Canada and I derailed us. I'm sorry.
No, I think Don derailed us.
Oh yeah, with his Maximum Overdrive. I'm catching
and
up.
Here comes the princess, and she's putting her hand in the butterscotch pudding.
The Queen's got COVID. I read that this morning when I was on laying out bricks.
Here come the Queen sisters with Terrence and Philip.
Ha! You look stupid, Philip. I think you look like you've got thoughts on your head, Terrence.
I'm sorry. So what we
Hey, buddy. Hey, that's not funny, buddy.
Sorry.
Okay, anything we can do to get rid of the Terrence and Phillip thing, I'm all for changing to that topic. Anything. Anything we can talk about that will stop Terrence and Phillip.
Well, you're part of the show, and if you don't like something, then fucking say something. Anything.
Doug, can you still do that voice if you have a finger up your ass?
I can do any voice I had finger up my ass. I'm very good with fingers.
Prove it. Prove it.
Got a finger up his ass right now.
Jeff, lay out your views on Canada, man.
Get it in there.
Fucking Canada. So
Canada, buddy. Let's go.
Yeah. It's shocking that all this is going down in Canada. It's the thing that's just most surprising to me.
You're right. See the American thing,
is
right?
people with balls.
Yeah, they're like the most peaceful people ever.
It's
Yeah.
true. It's weird.
I just think it's absolutely hilarious. Like we played a game last night. I called Who Am I in History? I'm the prime minister of a country, and
I
I
failed.
used an event that happened outside my government building to enact emergency powers to eventually give me supreme leadership. Who am I? And Doug's like, Justin Trudeau. I'm like, no, Adolf Hitler in 1933.
I said Justine Castro.
Oh, we can play Who Am I in History?
Justin Castro. We could play Who Am I in History? How will we play Who Am I in History? Oh, you want to do a new version of it? Okay.
Yeah, we each just do something and somebody has to fucking guess it. It's not complicated. But first, let's let Jeff finish talking about Canada.
So it's mind blowing that the most peaceful, not giving a shit country on earth has started something that's gone far beyond Canada. There's shit erupting in France, shit erupting in New Zealand and
Australia.
Yeah, I thought Australia was first with like the whole fucking like martial law, police state.
Well,
yeah, but nobody rose up against it for some reason. Once everybody saw Canada doing it, they were like, "Oh yeah, I forgot we could do that."
So like when
we
the
could use our
pussy,
voices.
so like when the pussy country pushes back, the rest of the countries are like, "Well, if the fucking Canadians can do it, what the fuck are we doing?"
Yeah,
pretty much.
So what exactly is going on? Because I really don't know.
All right, I will give. If you don't mind, Jeff, I can give the 30-second breakdown.
Go for it,
please.
So Canada,
I love when Paul mansplains things to me.
Okay, Canada had very restrictive mandates, and then Trudeau implemented that if you're coming back into Canada as a truck driver, he mandated vaccines for truck drivers. You have to have a vaccine.
Okay.
And then he coaxed Biden into making the same rule in America. It got people fed up. They decided to do a convoy from British Columbia to Ottawa, and they went and protested in front of Parliament, which is their version of Congress. They honked horns all day. That pissed off the locals, obviously. Justin Trudeau right away started making fun of them, came out and called them racist, misogynist, sexist,
Nazis.
anti-trans, Nazis. Instead of communicating with them, he called them a small fringe minority. Well, then it grew into hundreds of thousands of people taking over the streets of Ottawa protesting, and to the point where he couldn't ignore it anymore. And his first move, instead of talking to them or trying to do anything through diplomacy, was he enacted the Emergency Powers Act, which gives him unlimited supreme power, and it puts the whole country under a national emergency so he can implement martial law.
Something
that's where we're at now.
Something that's never happened in Canadian history.
Well, what he did, it was made in 1988, and it replaced what was called the War Measures Act, which was implemented 3 times: World War I, World War II, and then his dad, when his dad was prime minister, his dad enacted it during the Quebec crisis. And then since 1988, it's never been used, and he used it on truckers that were honking horns in front of Parliament.
With little kids playing in bounce houses and barbecues and a great winter carnival with a bunch of Canadians doing what they do best, sitting around drinking beer all day.
And then the government's already started removing kids from the homes of anybody who's supporting truckers. They are freezing bank accounts. Like if you donated to the truckers or you got caught helping the truckers in any way, shape, or form, they're freezing your bank account so you can't spend any of your money.
And you can be arrested immediately.
Yeah, and they gave banks complete immunity from lawsuits. So, like, if Doug got arrested, and I said this last night, if Doug got arrested saying that he was helping the protester, after no due process, they just freeze his bank account. Afterwards, they find out he was never part of the protest. Doug has no financial recourse. He can't sue. He can't get his money back. Doug's fucked.
Yeah, they took my $20.
I want my $2.
I want my $2.
So what if they're using cryptocurrency? Could you explain if they're using cryptocurrency in Canada?
Well, they are, and according to the government, they're saying that they're going to seize cryptocurrency. I don't know how you do that, because the way cryptocurrency works is government can't do it. It's not centralized to where it can be a switch can be flipped and it can be stolen from you.
Right. So what you're telling our viewers is that right now would be a good time to invest in cryptocurrency because of the trucker situation in Canada?
Especially now that I own quite a bit of it. Yes, please, everybody invest and drive the price up.
Okay. All right. Have you purchased any Johnny coin yet?
No,
Is that
I've
your NFT?
the only coins I've dealt with are Bitcoin, Ethereum, GRT, and XML, XLM. I don't know.
You should look at a Johnny coin. It's going to be huge.
Oh, it's your own. Is it your own currency?
Yes, it is. It's the only currency I'll be accepting for things from here on out in the future. So
Ketchup packets.
if you want my goods or services or empty Red Bull cans or half-used deodorant, you're gonna have to pay for it with Johnny coin.
So how many Johnny coins do you need to rent that mouth for 2 hours?
We'll talk about that off air, okay?
And what does the Johnny coin to US dollar? What's the equivalent?
It's very volatile.
Very
Bob.
weak. Very weak.
It's very weak right now, but we hope to change that in the coming months.
0.0001 cent.
If you've got 1,000 Johnny coins, you'll be able to get like half of a chip off of school kids' bag of Doritos.
Right.
Or 30,000 blowjobs.
Like Ubisoft rewards is what you're like. Congratulations for beating Far Cry 5. You unlocked 130 Ubisoft reward coins you could spend in the store.
Ooh, you can almost buy a hat.
Fucking hate Ubisoft and the way they fucking do on microtransaction bullshit.
I do too.
They're still not as bad as EA.
Here's my thing on it. They've done exactly what us as customers allowed them to do. If customers stop purchasing the games and stop fucking saying, "Hey, until you get rid of microtransactions, we're not going to spend money in your with your store or with your games," it's never going to change. As long as people keep buying it, they're going to keep doing it.
And Far Cry 6 turned out to be a lot better than I thought it was going to be once I got into it.
I don't know. I don't know where you're at in the game, but there comes a point in the game where you're going to get to a point where the game just becomes overwhelming. You'll see what
because
I mean.
of how much shit there is.
Yeah. Yeah, you literally show up to a fucking outpost and the whole fucking world opens up and there's like immediately like 100 fucking things to do and you're just like, what do I do? Because there's so much. And I'm just like, fuck this.
That's the kind of stuff I love, though. Bob will tell you better than anybody. Like you inspired me to buy the Middle Earth dual pack, and I ended up beating Shadows of Mordor. I started Shadows of War, and I ended up putting it down and going into Far Cry because it is as beautiful as it looked. It just kind of felt repetitive to what I just beat, and it didn't feel like it was improving on it. I'm going to go back to it, but Shadows of Mordor was so beautiful. And I was telling Bob, it's the kind of game I love because I love having all of those impossible, ridiculous side missions scattered everywhere because I'm the kind of person who loves to zero in on shit like that and just unlock everything. And I kind of like that about Far Cry so far, like finding the FNDR crates and shit like that.
Yeah, I mean, I like a linear game personally. I like point A to point B. I mean, that's just me.
Nothing wrong with that.
But I mean, like, I enjoy like the fucking Fallout games quite a bit. But
I loved Fallout 4 quite a bit. I didn't play 76. I didn't play 76. I'm gonna buy Elden Ring this week.
Elden Ring I heard was really good.
So we got off topic with the truckers. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Way off topic.
There is a way to bring this back around. So there was an unreleased Penn and Teller game involving truckers, where you had to drive. Yes, where you had to drive from I believe it was Los Angeles to Las Vegas, nonstop. And if you stopped or wrecked, the game started over, and you had to start over from the drive. It had to happen in real time. You just had to drive for 18 hours straight, holding down the button, and you couldn't touch another car. Or it started over.
That game sounds amazing. I'm surprised.
Holy shit! It was a Sega CD game.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep.
I had a Sega CD. No, I had a Sega Saturn. That's right. That's Sega Saturn.
Next generation. You're beyond the Sega CD. The Sega CD was an add-on to the Genesis.
Right.
And then it was its own separate thing later. For
so truckers, so Canada, so what are we gonna do about this? How how do we rectify this? Does the United States go over there, get involved? What's going on?
The United States needs to mind their own fucking business on this one and just follow suit with the truckers.
The current administration, our federal government has said use force to put it down, and has quickly and do whatever you have to do to stop it. Our governor, Doug and I's governor, has also strongly encouraged Canada's federal government to use force and put it down quickly by force. So.
Sounds like Game of Thrones right now.
So,
well,
so they're saying to use force on these peaceful protesters?
Correct.
Which they're already doing.
They're trampling them with horses.
Okay. That's such a Canadian thing, right? The Mounties,
Royal Canadian Mounted Police. Yep.
Yeah, the Mounties just trampling people.
But the handful of Canadians, the videos I've seen of Canadians being arrested, like they're being peaceful as can be. Like they're willingly putting their hands behind their back. All right, have a good night, eh? Like they're just like, fuck it. I'm not going to fight you guys. Right. I'll let you look like the asshole.
The protesters are apologizing to police. Like, oh, sorry about this, eh? Yeah, here are my hands.
And that's the smartest move in the world. That's the smartest move in the world. Remain peaceful, even in the face of force, and take it to court and have your day in court. And then we're going to find out whether the court systems are going to uphold the Charter of Human Rights in Canada, or if they're going to go along with the dictatorial government.
Now, this morning, I did see some video footage that did not go down that way. MSNBC was just doing a little quick piece on what was going on, and a bunch of Canadians and Americans started running over, yelling obscenities and spitting on the reporter. So they had to cut live, and it was being live streamed on Twitter. And these people were not happy. I mean, the reporter didn't do anything wrong; he's just doing his fucking job. But people are spitting on him and throwing shit at him.
I would recommend for coverage on Canada, following on YouTube, Red Pilling the Masses. She's out of Washington, and what she does is she gathers. I know it's a funny name. She gathers all the live streams that are available on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter, and she puts them up. She gets permission from the people who are doing it, who are walking around Ottawa, and you can see multi-screens of what's going on everywhere. Because the news media, what the problem is mainstream media is coming in, and they're finding the absolute worst thing they could possibly find, filming it for 30 seconds, and getting the hell out. I recommend watching the live streams. Viva Fry's another one. He's been going out every day in Ottawa. He's a Canadian lawyer. The Church of Bubbles. He's hilarious. His commentary is the best. He's just a beer swigging, hockey loving Canadian who's walking around Ottawa for 10 hours a day. So
these people sound totally trustworthy and respectable. Just their names alone.
Viva Fry actually is. Viva Fry actually is.
MSNBC and Fox.
Viva Fry is actually a big YouTuber, and he was before this. He's a lawyer, and he does legal shows. He works with Barnes, who's a big shot American lawyer. And they have their own show on YouTube.
I mean, I get all my news from tinfoil hat Morpheus.com. That's where I go to get my news. That's what I trust.
Which is probably every bit as trustworthy as the shit spewed from MSNBC and Fox.
Yeah,
probably.
CNN. I mean, for crying out loud, doesn't everybody know that Joe Rogan's use of the N-word is as bad as fucking January 6th? Get with the program.
My only recommendation for those who do watch the news on this, if you see the CBC logo on any news piece that's ran about Canada, please remember that Justin Trudeau is the one who pays for the CBC to fund and operate. So CBC News is going to put out the most favorable to the Canadian government.
Is that the Canadian Broadcast Company? Is that what that stands for?
That's exactly what it is. Funded by Justin Trudeau, I mean, sorry.
Is Bob whittling wood? What the fuck are you doing?
Is he whittling wood? He's making a wooden pony.
he's cutting lines with a credit card.
What the fuck is bleeding, dude?
My toe is bleeding. I don't know why.
Are you like cutting your toe with a steak knife? Your toenail off with a steak knife?
No, I just
cheese out of it.
I like how he did like a magic hands. Like, I've got nothing up my sleeves.
Nothing but a bloody fucking toe right now.
He does the car dealer thing.
Oh hell, who's coming?
What is going on?
Oh my god, this is like an 80s show right now.
There's two of them now.
Is there actually
Will the real Ripperdan please stand up?
I
That
want
is
my
terrible.
MTV.
That was terrifying.
I can
It's
make it
what you
happen
see
anytime
in
I
your.
want.
It's what you see
Oh,
in your
no
dreams,
way.
John.
You must have disconnected there for a second, and then it brought two
I
of you
did.
in. Okay.
So, all right. So Canada's fucked. It sucks to be them.
Let's talk about Ray Liotta.
I don't know what to say. Yeah, it's about Ray Liotta. What about Ray Liotta?
What's going on
Can't
with
stand
him?
him.
I'm sorry to hear
Why'd
that.
you bring him up?
I just felt like saying random words.
Why don't we go around the groom and we'll all say somebody that
We should.
don't
We
like
should. We should go around the groom.
We'll go around the groom and we'll ring around the posy and we'll all say one person that in the media or in entertainment that we don't like. You've already said.
Like or dislike?
Well, who did you just say? Who did you just say you hate to get into the conversation that started this?
Ray Liotta. But if we're talking
Ray
about
Liotta.
random,
So you said I hate Ray Liotta.
if we're
So
talking about
I will
random
say I
media-
hate The Rock. Paul, who do you hate?
I work for the greatest news organization ever,
Brian
called
Stetler.
CNN. And,
Brian
you
Stetler.
got it. Nailed it.
Uncle Jefferson, who do you hate?
Fucking Hannity.
Oh man, leave Hannity alone. Johnny, who do you hate?
Tucker Carlson.
Tucker fucking Carlson.
Who?
Eh.
Yeah.
He's the most
I would-
intelligent guy with Down syndrome. I love Tucker Carlson.
Dude, I would love to fight Tucker Carlson.
Me too. He's got one of those
I don't-
faces. He's got one of
I
those
don't-
punch me faces.
Yes. He has a very punchable face.
See, that's how I feel about Hannity.
And
No,
that's how
I agree
feel
with you
about
on Hannity also.
Pirro. That's how I feel about Jeannie Pirro.
Just to offer my 2 cents, I think Hannity has way more of a punchable face than Tucker.
Tucker
His hair-
is somebody.
But
Yeah, I would
Tucker's
love
got
to
a
fight
punchable
Tucker
name. I mean, a man named Tucker is just someone you kind of
Yeah.
want to punch anyway.
A man in his dream. No, we're talking about the Jackass and Fox.
Tucker, a man in his dream. Sorry,
Fucking
that really
asshole.
tickled my funny bone.
What are you drinking, John? Is that a Red Bull?
He's drinking the Tucker Carlson juice.
It just didn't. I didn't see the blue of the Red Bull label. I thought it was a silver can. I thought he was going like Steel Reserve.
Well, they ain't fucking paying us yet, so you can fucking see the goddamn label.
So Doug really dislikes The Rock.
Yeah, fuck him.
Yeah.
Bob, stop whittling wood or whatever the fuck you're doing. It's like all
My
that
hands
here.
are right here. I'm not touching
It's
anything.
Jeff's fan. It's either
think-
Jeff's fan or Jeff is like this in the camera and he's eating out of a can, like a tuna can.
Are you playing with like something, Jeff?
No.
I don't know what it is. I really don't.
It definitely sounds like somebody's like playing around with a knife.
Is somebody in the room with you, Bob? Because you got the strongest
No.
head. of all of us.
There's no one here.
Okay.
It sounds
It's a
like
ghost.
someone whittling wood.
I hear
It's one
it
of-
too.
Now it stopped.
No, I hear it right
No.
now.
Guys,
Oh, I don't hear it.
let's
hear it
turn
right
this
now.
episode from Brothers from Other Mothers into a Ghost Hunters episode.
It's
What are we
like
hearing?
Blue's
on
Clues.
EVP? What's that EVP?
No, I won't touch you there.
Oh man, this person must have been murdered by a creep.
This
I
is
think
highly
it's, I think
entertaining.
it's Jeff's fan. I think it's Jeff's fan.
I don't hear it right now.
It's not enough to really derail me from putting on an entertainment show. I guess it is for you guys, but
Well, here, let's
No.
do this one by one. Let's all mute your mic. I'll go first.
Wait, it stopped when
Paul.
Paul. It's
Yeah,
Paul.
stop with Paul.
Yeah,
Come
it's
back.
Paul.
it is Paul.
It's you, Paul.
you.
Stop
Oh.
whittling fucking wood, Paul.
Jeff,
Paul,
John,
are you-
Bob, I apologize for fucking with you guys and blaming you. I apologize. Paul, you
He's-
piece of shit.
He's eating fucking SpaghettiOs out of a can.
Jeff, there's nothing wrong with eating tuna out of a can. I do need to put that on the record.
Absolutely.
I love tuna out of a can.
Is it still there?
Yeah.
Yes.
What the fuck?
He did say a couple of weeks ago that his headset is like 4 or 5 years old and it was starting to go on him. He wasn't holding a charge. I think it's his head. He needs a new headset.
It just sounds
I
like
can-
random. It sounds like random interference, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Hey, I'll turn the mic down and see if that helps at all.
It's highly unprofessional. Highly unprofessional.
Yeah, and this show is all about being professional.
I have to.
I mean-
failed.
I'm almost certain John's headsets never worked. I think we're getting the audio out of his webcam, but even John's got.
I don't even have my mic. You're absolutely correct.
So you just put it on for aesthetics?
I put this on so I can hear you, fucks.
That's okay. I'm sorry. I didn't
They're
even think about
earphones.
I thought they were a headset.
Let me explain to you how earphones work, dog. So you plug them in, and then you can hear things from them. But
I
no, it's just-
literally got their
it's just
headset
for
like.
aesthetics.
Oh my god, that's too funny.
I think the sound is gone.
I turned the volume of my mic down.
Oh,
I don't know
it's okay, Paul. You're good.
I
It's
don't know.
fine.
Okay.
All right.
It just
so,
sounds like Genghis Khan killing people. It's all good.
all right,
Which is
so-
weird because I did hear wood, like something whittling wood when
yeah,
John was
sounds
talking about it.
Sound like someone whittling wood. There it is again. Paul, is there an old man in your trailer in the corner whittling wood right now?
He's got someone
literally
chained to the
nothing on.
radiator.
Nothing
Do
on
you have
except
chain you Are you making like little ducks to sell at the flea market? Do you have slave labor going on? What is going on here?
Paul's in a rocking chair, like Jeepers Creepers. What you get?
All I can picture in my
How
head
many-
is
how many-
in the Mouth of Madness when the old lady has the man chained down behind the motel.
Oh yeah,
Shut up!
yeah, kicking him in the head. Dude,
He's just
such
buck
a
ass naked. I love that
The news-
fucking movie.
Sutter
Paul,
Kate is coming out.
you have an Asian kid in your trailer right now making superior products to sell in the United States. What is going on?
God, I wish I did.
You got
Oh
the
my
Johnny
God.
coin. You got the Johnny coin. Paul's got the Paul phone coming out soon. Made with blood diamonds.
Oh, the Paul phone.
Paul phone.
Exclusively linked with Johnny Coin. You can only use Johnny Coin on the
That's
Paul
right.
phone.
And it will work on zero fucking
Does it
network.
require a fourth crypto wallet?
Well,
How
the
much is
fourth
the hamburger?
crypto wallet has to go to the
752
fifth
Johnny
crypto
coins.
wallet.
Yeah, laugh it up now, guys. Laugh it up. when I'm on a fucking island, fucking raping young girls, flying politicians in.
Wow.
Jealous.
I didn't know that's what you do when you go out to Marco.
It's one of those moments I wish we had a mute button or a bleep button on a live performance or a delay button at least. Holy shit, man.
You're switching to girls now, John?
Just wait and see.
You're-
Well, boys.
Did you guys read that article I sent you? Did you guys read that article I sent today in chat?
No.
One of
know.
the Epstein's associates who was arrested not too long ago was found dead in his jail cell yesterday.
Oh, imagine that.
In other news, water is wet.
Yeah.
So what did you guys think about the Super Bowl halftime show? We haven't touched on this yet.
Tune into Sibling Revelries episode last night. You'll hear the whole fucking shit, even with Bob there. He's got opinions on it too.
I'm not on that podcast now. We're talking to this right now.
Paul, pull it up.
I
No,
Fuck no.
I'm kidding.
So,
Jesus Christ.
all right.
guys.
So my opinion of it was basically, and I'll break it down the same way I did last night. One, the performances I thought were good, but two, the actual optics of the performance were not good because it was held on the West Coast and it was daylight, so there wasn't a whole lot of drama going on there.
Right.
Three, people somehow believe that Dr. Dre was mixing that all live when everything was pre-recorded except for the vocals. So that bothers me.
Who the fuck?
A lot of people online.
Who thinks Dre was mixing that live?
A lot of people. It's
Well,
become
there are people. There are people who think the Earth is fucking flat. Okay, moving on.
I said I would put it as my second favorite performance.
First being Prince.
Absolutely.
Okay, absolutely.
And
All right.
you know, like I told them, for me, part of it was Prince playing Purple Rain in the fucking rain. It just hit
That's
a different
great.
note.
Great, absolutely. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it thoroughly. I also love all the little things that the NFL told them not to do that they did anyway. Like they told Eminem not to kneel, and he knelt the entire ending of it. They told Dre to not use the lyrics "Still Not Loving Police," and he fucking kept it in there. They told Snoop do not wear blue for gang colors,
But he did alter it though. He altered it to where it would be the Rams colors.
He altered it to be the Rams colors, but then he did the Crip walk at the end of the fucking performance, and everyone was
he
doing
did it. He did it more than once.
Yeah,
everyone knew he was going to. That wasn't a surprise to anyone.
Yeah. So those little like fuck yous to the NFL, I thought was.
And the way Eminem did the kneel, it was supposed to be in solidarity with Kaepernick, and then they changed it to it was in reverence to Tupac, is what people are claiming. And I'm like, I don't see that, but whatever. No. He did it on a spot in the stage. He literally knelt down beside where they had Dre queued up to be, so where they couldn't cut the camera.
Right.
So no matter what camera they went to, it was going to be on him kneeling. Yeah, he definitely knew what he was doing.
Absolutely. Good for them. Good for him.
But I also read that Dre paid for the entire performance out of his pocket.
First hip hop billionaire with a B.
Until his wife takes it.
Did anybody hear? I know we talked about it a long time ago.
He's the first, but he's only ranked number 4 as far as money.
Well, yeah, but he was the first billionaire. Did you guys watch the HBO documentary series about him and Jimmy Iovine and Interscope and all that? I forgot what it's called, but it's a great documentary series on HBO. I think it's like 3 parts, like 6 hours long, but it's great.
Something Makers of Men or something like that. I've watched it.
I can't remember the name of it, but it's fucking great. But
I think it was Made Men, wasn't it?
No, it's not Made Men. It's
Sound City's a better documentary to watch that has good stories about Jimmy Iovine.
Love Sound City.
It's one of my favorites. The soundtrack that they recorded to go along with the documentary is a fucking great soundtrack.
I can't wait to see Studio 666, man.
I have zero. I'll be honest with you. I love Foo Fighters. They're maybe one of my favorite bands. I have zero desire to see the fucking film. I think.
I know. That's why I brought it up. I know how much you're like. They jumped the shark.
It looks so fucking stupid.
It's called The Defiant Ones. That's the name of the documentary series.
More power. The Defiant. Yeah, you're right, and it's well worth your time. All of those episodes. So Sonic Highways, but I don't know if that's on HBO anymore.
Studio 666.
It is Studio 666. It's going to be horrible. It's going to be very, very bad because I'll tell you why. Because you have a band of musicians that are not actors starring in a movie. It's going to be very, very bad. It's going to be very campy. It's going to be very, very bad.
It's going to be a 90-minute long music video. They've already done music videos where they act, and it's literally going to be that.
It's Kiss meets The Phantom at the Park. That movie the Kiss did in the 70s. That horror movie. That's what it looks like to me. It looks like
to me it looks like the Pick of Destiny. Is exactly what it looks like.
Pick of Destiny was way better. This
you haven't seen it. How can you say it was way better?
We've had this discussion before where you haven't seen things and I haven't seen things and nobody really wins the discussion or the conversation. I just personally, I'll watch this movie when does it come out?
I don't fucking know.
Is it theaters or is it live streams?
Theaters. Tuesday.
I'll watch it. Come Tuesday. I'll watch it when it streams. You want to go? Shut up. I'm not gonna go see it in the theater. I'll watch it and I'll give my honest take when I see it. But as of now, I don't think I'm going into it with a bias that I'm not gonna like it because it looks dumb.
I'll watch it too, but
I'll say this: I'm more excited to hear the soundtrack. If it's music that they're doing, I'm more excited for that than the movie.
Yeah. And apparently, the music is like really thrashy.
I'm good with that. I like the disco album.
He has 7 bands, so you know.
I like Dave Grohl quite a bit. I like his bands.
He's one of my favorite people in the world. He's a national treasure.
It's true. It's very true.
He rapes kids on an island.
All right, so hey.
Farmers his wife.
Jesus, you took Keanu Reeves from us. I'm taking this from you. No, I'm just kidding. I love Dave.
Keanu Reeves. Mark my words, man. He's going to be the worst of them all. Everyone thinks,
right.
so that's right, That's what I did on my birthday. I forgot to bring this up. I finally sat down on my birthday, had a steak, and I watched Bill and Ted fucking Face the Music. Which I thought was wonderful, nostalgia, and horrible all at the same time. I absolutely
It's
love
weird. It's really weird.
It's weird.
Yeah,
it's weird.
I agree.
I haven't seen it.
It's just like the first two movies. Like, not great, but you liked it when you were a kid, and I don't know. I liked it. I enjoyed it.
I would argue that the first two, while each film is completely different from it, I would argue that the first two are much more entertaining watches than the last one. That said, I didn't hate the last one. I agree with you. Everything you said I thought was perfect.
Didn't hate it, didn't love it.
Didn't hate it, didn't love it. Exactly. Like,
all right.
You know.
So I have to get off of here, but we're going to do a quick round of Who Am I in History, or whatever the fuck you called it.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to...
Abraham Lincoln, your beard.
Hold on.
I win, right?
I...
Look like a Southern war general. Like
I was murdered. I was murdered by a woman who dressed... I was murdered by a woman who dressed in Kinderhore.
What? In what?
What?
Kinderhore. Look it up.
What is that? What is Kinderhore? How about explain it if you want to play a game?
If I explain it, it'll give up who it is.
Oh, God. Okay, hold on.
Why?
This is Bob, not us, man.
Some people may have even said that I killed myself.
Oh, Kurt Cobain.
Ding! That's who I am in history.
The fact that you would want somebody to know what, like, I just read the definition of Kinderhore. The fact that you would expect somebody to know that off the top of their head, man.
I literally Googled Kinderhore.
Clever.
And
it's clever.
And What's Her Nuts was the first picture that popped up.
Yep.
What is the definition of Kinderhore?
It's that stupid way she dressed, and it was a term that got coined after the way she dressed, with like the baby doll dresses and shit.
I was gonna say it's a baby doll dress. It's that's what it is. Baby doll dresses.
The term got coined in the 90s, around right before the Live Through This album came out. You know, right before she killed Kurt.
Kinderhore was the clothing style worn by a handful of mostly female grunge bands in the U.S. during the early to mid 90s. Related aesthetics are babycore, baby girl, dadaism, grunge, nymphette, and punk. I don't know what the fuck any of that means.
I think the term is I think it derives from this is something a kindergarten girl would wear, which let that soak in.
Yeah,
kindergarten mentality.
Ew. I feel like I need a shower now after hearing that. Ew.
You probably should
like
anyway.
Hole?
But
now think about that. Think about the fact that they named their band Hole.
Pearl Jam, Candlebox.
I like Candlebox.
I'm just saying, Bush. These are all they're all very,
I like the first three albums.
Very, very offensive band names. They're very sexual.
Silverchair.
Not at all. Pearl Jam's name comes from something completely different, but
jamming on a girl's pearl.
Nope.
I'm so hungover, I got tit sweat.
All right. I will PayPal $5 to anyone who can tell me what they originally said the Pearl Jam name was for, without if you don't Google it. Anybody?
I don't need $5. I'm good.
Imagine it has something to do with a guitar and playing music with your friends.
Nope.
But I don't know.
John, you're the only one who would know this, if anybody.
I don't remember.
Do they call it? Is Pearl Jam what they used to use is like a circle jerk when they'd all come at once? They'd see the jamming together, and all the pearls shooting out. The Pearl Jam.
No, that's something that you would probably do, but no.
Get the Pearl Jam.
The idea was that the story told to the media was that Eddie's grandmother Pearl used to make hallucinogenic jars of jam. That was literally what they said, which had nothing to do with the name.
I don't believe it. I believe it means come.
The shitty Beatles, they any good? Pretty shitty. So it's not just a clever name.
Crucial taunts.
Mutu, Mushugai Pen, Pepsi Cola, Mountain Dew.
Ancient Chinese secret, huh?
What a good movie.
I love
Yeah.
Wayne's World and Wayne's World 2. They're both so good.
Now the shopkeeper and his son, that's a whole other story altogether.
I had
I
to
had
beat
to
them
beat
to
them
death.
to death with their own shoes.
Oh,
I
those he
haven't
wanted
seen that movie since I
5,000.
was a kid.
Oh, those. Why don't you go home? I've got no place else to go. When they brought in, I know. Hey, I know we're a big, but I know we're a low budget movie, but we could afford a better actor than this, right? They bring in Charlton Heston.
Gordon Street. Gordon Street.
I remember Gordon Street well.
The sucking cut. Does it cut? I don't know, but it sure does suck.
It sucks as it cuts.
It
now I
certainly
gotta-
does suck. I'm gonna go watch Wayne's World 1 and 2 today.
You know what I want to do? Yeah, I know what you want to do. You want to go and find the man that did it. And you want to rip his beating heart out of to him before he dies. No, I just want to get a lawyer and union. Fight it with the union, man. The world's a twisted place.
World's a twisted place.
All right, gentlemen, I am off to go to sleep now.
All
right, guys.
All right, guys. Yeah.
Did you call me Colin
Thanks,
Quinn?
Colin Quinn. What?
I thought you said.
No.
Don't ever call me
All
Colin
right.
Quinn.
Jeff,
All right, everybody.
Jeff, thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Jeff. Welcome back.
Follow us on
Absolutely.
social media. All links are in the description for this show, for Sibling Reverie, and for Bob and Doug Save You from Boredom. All social media and YouTube channels and everywhere you can be reached. Thanks for watching.
Doug,
Anybody else got anything want to say?
Doug, read your hashtag out loud one more time so everyone knows what it's for.
I'm looking for girls that ride to death. I'm looking for that ride or die, man.
Have a good night, everyone.
Good luck.
Bye, guys.